Okay, real question. Has your cat ever woken you up at 3 a.m. by touching your face? Like, not scratching, not biting, just one tiny little paw gently pressing against your cheek. Most people wake up, laugh it off, and think, oh, my cat is just being cute. Or maybe they figure the cat is hungry. And yeah, sometimes that's true. But here's the thing, sometimes it's not that simple at all. What if that one little touch was actually your cat checking to see if you're still breathing? What if they were monitoring your heart rate? And what if some of the everyday things sitting in your living room right now, things you bought to make your home look nice, are slowly poisoning your cat and they're trying to tell you? I know that sounds dramatic, but by the end of this video, you're going to look at your cat completely differently. We're going to break down the real language behind their behavior, stuff most cat owners never figure out. So stay with me because this one actually matters. So let's start with that 3 a.m. paw thing, because there are actually two very different reasons your cat does this, and you need to know which one is happening in your home. Reason number one, your cat has turned you into their personal alarm clock. And honestly, cats are absolute masters at this. Here's how it works. Your cat touches you, you wake up, you shuffle to the kitchen, you pour food. Simple. Your cat just trained you. And because it worked once, they do it again at the same time the next night and the next. Before you know it, you've got a furry little boss setting your schedule at 3 a.m. every single night. The fix? When your cat touches you, don't jump up right away. Wait about 10 to 20 seconds before you react. That small delay breaks the connection in their brain between I touched them and I immediately got fed. It takes a few nights, but it genuinely works. Reason number two, and this one gives people chills, it might be a health check. Cats are incredibly sensitive to changes in your breathing and your heart rate, and there are documented cases of cats staying close to owners who were sick, whose blood pressure was dropping, or who were struggling to breathe in their sleep, things the owner had no idea about. So here's the key difference. If your cat touches you and then walks towards the kitchen, they're hungry. But if your cat touches you and then just stays, sits next to you, watches you, doesn't move towards the food bowl, pay attention to that. It might be worth a visit to the doctor. Cats aren't psychics, but they are incredibly tuned in to your body. Now let's talk about something that drives a lot of cat owners absolutely crazy. You put food in your cat's bowl, it's good food, you spent money on it, and your cat either pulls it out and eats it off the floor or just stares at the bowl for a second and walks away. And you think, why are you so picky? The bowl is right there. Here's the truth. Your cat is not being dramatic. It's not a personality thing. There's actually a name for what they're experiencing. It's called whisker stress, and it's a real physical discomfort that a lot of vets don't even bring up during checkups. Here's what's happening. A cat's whiskers are not just cute little hairs on their face. They are highly sensitive sensory organs, almost like antennae. They pick up vibrations, air currents, and spatial information constantly. And when you put your cat's food in a deep, narrow bowl, their whiskers are forced to bend against the sides every single time they go in for a bite. That bending sends distorted, overwhelming signals to their brain. It causes genuine discomfort. Some cats will eat anyway, but feel stressed the whole time. Others just give up and bail. The fix is almost embarrassingly simple. Switch to a flat plate or a wide, shallow bowl. That's it. No bending whiskers, no distorted signals, no floor food, no drama. A lot of cat owners who make this one change say their cat started eating with way more enthusiasm almost immediately. It's one of those things where once you know it, you can't unknow it. Okay, this next part, I really need you to pay attention because this isn't about behavior or quirky habits. This is about safety. A lot of us have plant houses. They look good, they clean the air, they make a home feel alive. But some of the most common, most popular, most beautiful houseplants out there are genuinely dangerous or even deadly for cats, and most pet owners have no idea. Lilies, and I mean any variety of true lily, are what some vets call the silent killer for cats. Easter lilies, tiger lilies, stargazer lilies, they look gorgeous, but here's the terrifying part. Your cat doesn't even have to eat one. If they walk past the plant and brush against it, get a little pollen on their fur, and then groom themselves, that tiny amount of pollen can trigger acute kidney failure, and by the time symptoms show up, it's often too late to save them. If you have a cat in your home, lilies need to go. No exceptions. No, I'll keep it on a high shelf. They need to leave the house. ZZ plants and pothos are two other incredibly popular decorating choices, and both of them contain calcium oxalate crystals. Imagine microscopic needles. When your cat chews on these leaves, those crystals pierce the soft tissue inside their mouth, their throat, their stomach. The pain is intense and immediate. You'll see your cat drooling, pawing at their face, refusing to eat. It's a horrible experience for them. And aloe vera, the plant everyone keeps for sunburns, is toxic to cats. It causes severe lethargy, vomiting, and digestive problems. It's not usually fatal, but it makes your cat feel genuinely awful. The rule is simple. Before you bring any plant into a home with a cat, look it up. The ASPCA has a full database of toxic and non-toxic plants for pets. It takes 30 seconds, and it could save your cat's life. Your cat's curiosity is one of the things you love most about them. Don't let it become a danger because of something you put in the house. Now let's shift to something a little warmer. Where does your cat sleep at night? Because it's not random. Every single sleeping position tells you something real about how your cat feels about you and about your home. If your cat sleeps on your chest, that's one of the deepest signs of trust and attachment a cat can show. Here's why. When a kitten is very young, it sleeps curled up against its mother and listens to her heartbeat. That sound means safety. It means warmth, protection, survival. When your adult cat chooses to sleep on your chest, they're going back to that feeling. You are their safe place. They're not just tolerating you, they genuinely find your presence comforting at the most instinctual level. That's a big deal. But if your cat sleeps at the foot of the bed or near the door, that's a completely different message. That's not distance, that's guard duty. Your cat is positioning themselves to monitor the room, to watch the entry points, to keep an eye on anything that could be a threat. In their mind, you are the most important and vulnerable member of the territory, and they are keeping watch so that you can sleep safely. It sounds almost too loyal to be real, but this is deeply rooted behavior that goes all the way back to their wild ancestors. And while we're on the topic of your cat feeling safe at home, let's talk about the litter box for a second. If your cat is suddenly avoiding their litter box, most owners assume the cat is being stubborn or acting out, but 9 times out of 10, the box is in a bad location. Think about it from your perspective. Cats are predators, but they're also prey animals. When they're in the litter box, they're vulnerable. They can't run easily. They can't defend themselves. If the litter box is tucked in a dark corner, a tight closet, or a spot where they can't see what's coming, they feel trapped. That stress is real. Move the box somewhere more open, somewhere with at least one clear exit, and somewhere with decent lighting. You'll often see the problem resolve itself within days. By the way, if you're new here, welcome to Catique. This channel is all about understanding your cat on a deeper level, not just the cute stuff, though there's plenty of that too, but the real science, the real behavior, the things that actually make a difference in your cat's life and in your relationship with them. If this video gave you at least one thing you didn't know before, do me a favor, hit that like button right now. It genuinely helps more people find this content. And if you want to be the kind of cat owner who actually gets what their cat is trying to say, hit subscribe and make sure you tap that bell icon so you don't miss what's coming next. We post new videos every week and they just keep getting better. So, here's what I want you to take away from all of this. Your cat is not random. They are not complicated just to frustrate you. Everything they do, the 3 a.m. paw, the food on the floor, the weird sleeping spot, the litter box issues, it all means something. And once you start understanding the language, the whole relationship changes. Switch to a flat food dish. Check every single plant in your home against a safe plant list tonight. Think about where your cat's litter box is sitting right now and whether they actually feel comfortable there. And the next time you wake up at 3 a.m. with a paw on your face, take a second before you react. Ask yourself, is my cat hungry or are they watching over me? They've been talking to you this whole time. You just needed a little help hearing it. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a comment below. I want to know, does your cat wake you up at night? And where do they sleep? Let's talk about it down there. I'll see you in the next one.